I want to pick up a point which is made by a number of people in the comments. Kirstenberg 4869 says, "You're a wise man. That's very nice to recognize. I don't know whether it's true, but you should know that Lavrov is nothing but a criminal, diplomat or not. He should be punished at the tribunal in The Hague and answer for his words and actions today rather than tomorrow." Well, I entirely agree. But that doesn't stop him being a brilliant man and a long serving diplomat, a long serving foreign minister. And one should respect people who have experience and clout. In the Sherlock Holmes universe, Professor James Moriarty is considered the master criminal, if you recall, known as Napoleon of crime. And Moriarty is a brilliant mathematician who uses his intellect to orchestrate a vast network of criminal enterprises, which, while maintaining the facade of a respectable individual. And Holmes admires his genius despite opposing him, noting that Moriarty is a worthy adversary because of his intellect, strategic thinking, and his ability to operate on the fringes of detection. And one should take the same view about Lavrov. If we were to extend this concept to Lavrov, Sergey Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, the comparison might hinge on his ability to maneuver politically and diplomatically in ways that often elude straightforward international accountability. This is why Lavrov might command a certain level of respect. His strategic eloquence, like Moriarty, Lavrov is a skilled technician, using his rhetoric and deep understanding of international law to defend controversial policies or actions, often turning the tables on his opponents in diplomatic forums. His endurance, his resilience, he's maintained his position for decades in a dodgy environment, navigating shifting global landscapes while solidifying Russia's influence and maintaining his own position in a particularly nasty political environment at home. His ability to outlast and outmaneuver critics, domestic and international, mirrors his cunning longevity as a master criminal. His, much like Moriarty's influence, his criminal network operates within a broader system of power, leveraging alliances, intelligence, soft power to advance Russia's objectives, often in subtle and indirect ways. And respect for Lavrov, like respect for Moriarty, need not equate to agreement with his actions. Instead, it can stem from an acknowledgement of his intellectual and diplomatic and his capabilities as gifted by the experience of time, his strategic foresight, his ability to achieve his aims in a world of complex diplomacy and changing expectations. And Lavrov, much like Moriarty, doesn't shy away from his role in shaping outcomes that others may find morally questionable. He is unapologetically consistent. And this consistency in advancing his nation's agenda, regardless of opposition, invites grudging respect, or at least it should, rather than disdain. We should recognize how important this man is. To get him to move, to accept the rights inherent in Ukraine's claims, and to accept that the Kremlin was wrong to invade, that would be a major achievement. Respecting figures like Moriarty or Lavrov, or what was the name of Saddam Hussein's henchman? I can't remember his name now. But another man of brilliance. It doesn't mean condoning their actions, but it recognizes their mastery in operating within their specific domains, whether criminal or diplomatic. Both exemplify the calculated brilliance that makes them formidable and in their way deserving of acknowledgement. There are so many questions going on at the moment, and of course the internet is awash with questions about whether or not the plane, the Baku plane, was shot down, and the shrapnel, the appearance of shrapnel scars on the tail fin and so on. That's not for me to speculate, but I am interested in the speculation, and I will hope to bring you a much more measured response from somebody who knows better than I do, and again, with the plane, I don't think this is about the sort of brilliant mind. This is about the accident of the area. And when you unleash evil into the world, it spreads like an octopus. And it's very difficult to restrain an octopus. They get through the most extraordinary holes. And they're big-hearted, many hearts, and formidable foes. But to say that Lavrov can control anything, he can't. But to say that he is insignificant because he is not a nice person, or because he doesn't represent a nice regime, this is to be blind to his evident and quite clear skills, and it's important to acknowledge those. And that's really the point that I am continually making. Do not underestimate the adversary. Do not underestimate Lavrov. Underestimate Putin if you wish, because he's in a fridge.